Yeah, so in last session, just we discussed about what? What is the Microsoft Azure? Now, if people tell me, guys, what is the Microsoft Azure? Azure is a comprehensive set of cloud services and access them over the internet. And okay, access them over the internet is called cloud computing. Okay, so what is the Azure then? Azure is a comprehensive set of cloud services where we can build, deploy, manage, and access the applications through global network data centers is called Microsoft Azure. Okay, actually, the data can be distributed across the different types of data centers, and you people can access the data from nearest data center is called Microsoft Azure. Okay, yeah. So as I said, there are two certification papers in the market, right? One is AZ 104, that is the Azure administration. Okay, second one is AZ 400, that is what? Azure DevOps. Okay, Azure administration with Azure DevOps. Okay, yeah, next. Now another there are multiple certification papers are there, but very important are 104 and 400. So I am going to cover, this is the two administration syllabus. Okay, administration syllabus. Now have a look. First I am going to discuss about AZ 104. Okay, yeah, this is the certification paper, guys. Actually, these are the topics same we have for Azure administration and DevOps. Okay, if you observe, see, these all total 10 modules are there. Azure basics, Azure administration basics. One is identity, compliance, administration, networking, and the site internet connectivity, and network traffic, Azure storage, Azure virtual machine, serverless computing. Okay, these are all Azure administration. So I have elaborated same syllabus with multiple topics. See, this is the paper expanded. Okay, so same syllabus which I have completed, right? So just now I have opened. Okay, this one and this one both are similar, but I have expanded. Apart from that, nothing. Now, have a look. So first thing, introduction about cloud computing. So yesterday we discussed it, right? There are three types of cloud computing in the market. One is public cloud, hybrid cloud, private cloud. Okay, and the types of deployment models are three. Again, as, SaaS, PaaS. Okay, that is first model. Okay, when it go, I will comparison it. Both are similar. Second one is governance and compliance. Here we are discussing about what? Azure platform. Okay, so what is the Azure platform? How we can go through the Azure portal? That we'll see model 2. Okay, model 3, Azure subscription. What is the subscription? Any idea? Anyone? Guys, what is the subscription?
which gives the features to like work in the clouds. A
Yeah, I
minimum
can
days
say
of work based on that only.
yes.
Pay as you go model,
Yeah,
essentially.
correct. So subscription, I can say it is a what? License. Am I right? Subscription is nothing but license. So what type of license you are going to adapt to implement the same for your environment or your organization? Right? Yeah, next. Model 4, create storage account and storage files. How we can create the model, how to deploy, what is that? Cloud computing. Next, model 5 is the storage solution, guys. Okay, storage means you can store structured data or unstructured data. That is model 5. Okay, here model 6 is Azure administration. Okay, storage administration. You know, right? I can say storage is one pillar of cloud computing. Whatever it is, maybe it is Azure, If we go for some other third party cloud, okay, storage is one pillar of cloud computing. So what type of data you would like to store? Okay, next, how we can integrate this storage with virtual machine. Okay, how we can integrate this storage with, what is that? PaaS services. How we can integrate the storage with your personal computer. Okay, to sync the data, vice versa. Cloud to local, local to cloud. How we can access different methods, that all we will see storage administration. Okay, module 7, implementing and managing the networking. Okay, so here we will see about what is the network, how we can define the connectivity from on-premises to cloud, and how we can establish the connection from our on-premises data center to cloud. Okay, that we'll see module 7. Module 8, virtual machines. Here I will show you how to create the virtual machine, that we'll see in module 8. Module 9, I will show you how to deploy the application. For example, we see the virtual machine with Windows. Okay, this is the virtual machine with Linux. Okay, next, how we can deploy the application. In module 10, I will deploy one ASP.NET application on Windows machine. Same way, how to deploy one Java application in, what is that? Module 10. That we will cover it. Next, module 11, Azure App Services. So far, whatever I have discussed till module 10, they are comes under as infrastructure as a services. From module 11, it comes under PaaS, platform as a services. Okay, yeah. So in module 11, implementing app services, module 12, and how to perform backup and restore operations. For example, there is a VM. All of a sudden, someone deleted. How fast we can recover it? So this we will call it as DR. DR in a sense disaster recovery. So how to implement disaster recovery, that we will see module 12. Okay, module 13. Okay, here we could see how to implement databases. Now, if people tell me, guys, there are two types of SQL servers in the market. What are they? Anyone? Azure SQL Server. Other one is what? On-prem Microsoft SQL Server. Very simple. This is on-premises. This is the cloud. That's it. Okay. In Azure SQL Server comes under what? PaaS, guys. Platform as a services. Okay. Yeah. So that we'll see module 13. Module 14. There are other different PaaS services. I said right, web apps is PaaS services. Okay, that we'll see module 14. Module 15, metrics. Okay, for example, there is a virtual machine. All of a sudden, it has some issue. So assume that our CPU utilization is reached to greater than 80%. So how to trigger an email? That we'll see module 15. Module 16, we'll discuss about what? Microsoft Entra. Microsoft Entra is the Active Directory. Now, can someone tell me what is the Active Directory, guys? Anyone? What is the AD? Azure Active Directory. Anyone? Can someone tell me? What is the AD? Azure Active Directory is a, what is that? Cloud environment. Okay, so we can create the users and manage the permission for cloud or on-premises, both, guys. Okay, yeah, next. Now, managing the resource groups. What is that? Managing the resource group. Okay, like how to manage the resource groups. How to manage resource group. So what does it mean is we can bring all different types of resources under one group, so that we can manage the cost. We can save the cost. Clear? Yeah, this is about what? Module 18. Module 19, role-based access control. You know, right? For example, you are the database administrator. I am the SQL administrator. Okay, so based on permission, how we can manage the roles, that we'll see module 19. Okay, module 20. So this is what traffic manager, how we can manage the traffic. Okay, for example, there is a load balancer, how we can distribute the incoming traffic among multiple virtual machines, that we'll see module 20. Okay, yeah, next. Now, backup and restore operations. So 21 model is how we can trigger the backup for virtual machine. How we can trigger the backup for what? Databases. How we can trigger the backup for app services. That all we'll see model 21. Next, model 22, 23, 24. These three are comes under IAC. IAC. IAC means, what is the full form of the IAC? Anyone?
Infrastructure as a code.
Yeah, infrastructure as a code. So, how we can automate infrastructure using PowerShell? How we can automate infrastructure using Azure ARM template? I mean, this is local language of Azure Cloud. So, using that, how we can automate? Next, module 24. What is the Terraform? Terraform also comes under what? IAC. How we can install and configure the Terraform? How we can call the Azure Cloud API from local, how we can push the changes into Azure infrastructure, that all we'll see model 24. Okay, model 25, it is about GitHub. Do you know GitHub is whose product nowadays? Anyone? Anyone knows that? GitHub earlier open source, now it is purchased by one big organization in the world. So who did purchase it? Any idea? GitHub purchased by Microsoft. Microsoft. Okay, GitHub owns by Microsoft. Earlier it is open source and now it is relevant to Microsoft product. Okay, yeah, this is about what? AZ104. Same guys, same syllabus, whatever I have presented, just I have elaborated. Okay, I will share that syllabus content with you. You people can verify it model wise. Next, other thing is AZ400. See guys, I will go to Microsoft official site. Okay, yeah, I can say learning. Okay, browse certifications. Okay, yeah, here I can say Azure DevOps. See here prerequisites. What are they? Administrator guys. Azure administrator, site reliability. Both are common technical words. If you have knowledge about GitHub and DevOps, that is the total certification. Cost is same. As I said, it is the 4,800 official cost. Okay, including GST, it will go 6,000 guys. Okay, directly it is giving Azure DevOps engineer. You would like cross-functional teams. Okay, who can learn administrator, site reliability engineer, and you should must have knowledge about GitHub and Azure DevOps. Okay, so Azure DevOps is the AZ400, design and implementing Microsoft Azure DevOps solutions. Okay, yeah. So this is the another certification paper. I said right, by default you should have knowledge about administration. Why? Because we are going to automate, we are going to deploy the services in Azure cloud itself. So you must and should have administration knowledge. Okay, yeah, next. This is Azure DevOps certification paper. Azure DevOps comes under what? Same, software as a services, guys. Software as a services. Now, have a look. This is a normal introduction about cloud. Azure portal, we will discuss it. Okay, module 3, Azure App Services. Okay, as I said in previous syllabus, app service comes under what? As, PaaS or SaaS? Can anyone guess and tell me? Azure App Service comes under as, PaaS or SaaS?
Gas service.
Yes, correct.
Platform is a
PaaS
service.
services. Yes. Okay. Next, here I am going to introduction about Azure DevOps. Azure DevOps, it has total 5 modules. One is Azure Boards, Repos, Pipeline, Artifacts, Test Plan. Note it down. Azure Board, Repos, Pipeline, Artifacts, Test Plan.
Are all these are open source tools
No, this is
or
Azure DevOps paid, guys.
okay?
Azure DevOps itself, it is paid. Azure DevOps, it has these 5 components, that is paid version itself. Okay, Azure Boards, that is totally Azure. Do you know what is the Azure? Nowadays, you might have heard in IT industry, right? What is the Azure? Anyone?
The deployment model. I mean, adapted after
SDLC. Have you
waterfall
heard
model.
about it? Yeah, SDLC.
Yeah, so software
Yeah.
deployment.
Software Development Lifecycle. Am I right? Earlier we have waterfall method. Am I right? Have you heard about it? Waterfall method?
Right.
Yes. Now advanced is agile model, guys. Okay. So see here how we can implement agile model. Okay. We will discuss about all these components. Next, CI pipeline. CI means continuous integration. How to build our project. BILD. Build. Okay. Build in the sense how we can execute our project source code. Once it has been executed, it will generate the package. Okay, the package would be launched, that we will call it as artifacts. What is that? Artifacts. Okay, yeah, next. This is about what? Source code management tool. This is about what? Source code management tool. Clear? Yeah, next. This is what? Module 7. Okay, here what? This is what? Module 7. What is the GitHub? How we can integrate GitHub with Azure DevOps, how to process CI/CD pipeline through Azure DevOps as well as through GitHub. Okay, GitHub is what? Like a repository where we can maintain the project source code. Next, Module 8, continuous integration. For every project, we have to create n number of tasks. How we can create the task for each and every project, that we'll see Module 8. Okay, module 9, CI integration. Okay, CD. CD means continuous deployment. So after generating the package, it should be deployed into the production environment. Okay, package should be reached to destination, that is what? Production environment. It would be virtual machine or it would be app services, whatever it is. Okay, yeah, next. So this is about what? Release management. This is the project plan, guys. Release management in the sense it's a project plan. Okay, now how we can design agile model for project implementation. Okay, next how we can design uh, implementation, design, planning, execution, that we'll see model 11. Model 12, Docker. So what is the Docker? How we can create the Docker, how to install the Docker in uh, Windows machine, how to install and configure the Docker on Linux machine, both we'll see module 12. Module 13, AKS, Azure Kubernetes Services. Okay, so you might have heard about it. AKS, generally Kubernetes services are open source. Okay, now AKS means Azure Kubernetes services are licensed. Everyone has to purchase it license. Okay, model 14, containerization. You know, right? Azure Kubernetes. A Kubernetes means Azure Kubernetes. What is the Docker? How we can configure Kubernetes, that we'll see module 14. Okay, module 15, how we can automate infrastructure using Terraform. You know, right? Infrastructure automation can happen directly through cloud computing, or we can also process this automation through DevOps pipeline. Okay, yeah, DevOps in the sense CI/CD pipeline. Okay, next, how we can monitor. Okay, next, what is the Git? There is a difference between Git and Git Bash. Sorry, Git and GitHub. Okay, what is the difference between Git and GitHub? Many people might have confusion over here. Okay, what is the difference between Git and GitHub? GitHub is an open source repository where we can maintain the project source code. When you are coming to the Git, that is the version control. Using that, we can review, commit, pull, and push the code. Okay, that is about what? Git. Here, what are the plugins we can use, that we'll see. Next, install and configure the Docker in Windows and Linux, that we'll see here. Next, here totally we will see about configuration of Kubernetes. What is the configuration of Kubernetes? How we can create the node, how we can configure the, what is that, cluster, how we can monitor the cluster. Okay, that we'll see Kubernetes. Okay, yeah, finally, this is about Terraform infrastructure. Okay, what all parameters are required, how we can design the Terraform template, from where we can get Terraform golden templates. Okay, that all you see module Terraform. Okay, that is about AC 400. So Jenkins is the open source. Okay, that is not part of Azure DevOps, but most of the persons they are asking about what is the Jenkins under. Okay, just how we can create the Jenkins servers in Azure, that we'll see module 20. Okay, so this is about what AZ 400. Okay, this syllabus, this is also same, just we have elaborated it, guys. That's it. Okay, Docker, installation Docker, what is the Docker Hub? Okay, what is the Terraform basic, Azure Terraform, and how we can do that. Here we will explain about 5 major projects, like how we can process CI/CD pipeline, generally how we can host that application into cloud computing. Okay, so this is about what overview of syllabus which I have presented. I will share with you that both documentation. Okay, we can use it. Same thing. We have elaborated more. Okay, if you have any questions, queries, feel free and ask me. Yeah, Abhay, do you have any queries? Sahil?
Sir, Ansible is also going to part of our modules in this
No,
course.
guys. That is open source DevOps. When you go for open source DevOps, they will discuss about Ansible, Jenkins, Chef, Puppet, and
Okay.
open source Kubernetes
And
and all.
and
That is
and
totally different.
I can't see Ansible here also. So we are
Yeah,
not
that is the
covering
open
Ansible.
source. Yeah, that is open source,
Okay.
right? This is Azure
So
DevOps. Yeah.
so you mean that Azure has its
Yeah,
own
own
DevOps
pipeline.
tools?
Yes,
Okay,
yes,
okay.
yes,
That's why we are not going for open source here.
yes, correct. Azure
Okay.
anyhow license, right? So they have provided their own tools, build tools and all. You need not worry about open source.
So mostly organization don't go with open source if they are
Yeah,
means building their
100%. Yeah. Why?
okay. If they
Because
are
you know, right? If you go for open source, if they are facing any
hmm,
issues, no one is there in backend to support, right?
yeah, right.
Yeah, whether it take 2 days or 10 days or 1 month, you have to fix that issue. So most of the organization now they are using license only, guys.
Okay, so organization if they are using Azure DevOps, then they will only use DevOps Azure DevOps tools.
Yeah, Azure DevOps tools only.
Okay. got it.
Okay, here slightly they are giving C.
Sir, one more question I have. Earlier was I was attending AWS DevOps demo at 7 p.m. today. In that course content, they were going to teach us Jenkins and Ansible. So AWS don't have their own DevOps tools.
No, they don't have any their own. They have to follow open source. Open source.
Okay, so if we go with AWS DevOps, then we have to learn that tools, open source tools.
Yes, correct, correct.
Okay, got it.
Simple, very simple. See, in Azure, Azure have Copilot, right? Microsoft artificial intelligence. AWS
Okay,
doesn't have any artificial intelligence so far. They are in progress of developing. Maybe that will be available for AWS very soon.
okay, got it.
Yeah. Any more questions? Clear, Sahil? Thank you. Next, now I am going to explain about how to subscribe for Azure free trial. Okay, so to subscribe for Azure free trial, okay, we have to follow four. What is that? We have to follow exactly four steps. One is uh, enter the Azure information. I mean your personal information. Okay, you have to enter first name, last name, email address, etc., etc. Okay, second step, enter the your mobile number. Once you enter the mobile number, you will get 6-digit OTP. Okay, then you have to enter that 6-digit OTP. It will get authenticated. Okay, next third step, you have to enter what is that? Credit card details. Credit or debit card details. Okay, debit cards as of now they are accepting ICICI. Okay, next Kotak Mahindra and Citibank. Okay, so any credit card it will accept. Finally, fourth step is what is that? Agree terms and conditions. Agree terms and conditions. When you enter the credit card details, okay, when you enter the credit card details, you have to automatically 2 rupees would be debited just to verify whether you are genuine user or not. That's it. Okay, genuine user or not. Okay, yeah, next. So that amount will be credited back to your account within 1 to 2 working hours. Maximum within 1 hour, you will get that amount back to your account. Okay, so once you agree terms and conditions, finally you will get 14,800 free credits. We can call them as free credits. Okay, that can be used for 30 days. The free trial would be 30 days. Okay, after 30 days, automatically your account will be deactivated. Then you have to subscribe for another free trial. Okay, clear? Yes. Next, now have a look. This is about what? Azure DevOps. Now, to subscribe for Azure free trial, just go to azure.com, azure.microsoft.com. Okay, kindly requesting you remember this URL. Nothing else you need to remember, only this URL is enough. Okay, if you observe, see guys, free account that will be available for up to 30 days. Okay, learn, connect, explore it. Okay, the free trial account would be what? 30 days. Then you can go for what? Pay as you go model. That is different story. Okay, to subscribe for Azure free trial, it is not a big challenge. Okay, now same. Try to access it in another browser. Okay, now try to free account. Okay, start free. Okay, this is the account. Start free account. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. When you're coming to here, just have a look. Enter the your email address. Email address could be anything like Gmail, Outlook, Yahoo, anything. Okay. If you do not have the Outlook account, you can go ahead and create new one. Here you can create new one. Okay. Yeah. Next. Now I am going to access any account. Okay. Access it. Okay. Yeah, it is asking for what? Multiple email accounts. I mean, authentication details. Apart from that, nothing. Okay, yeah. See, guys, here you have to agree terms and conditions. This is the you have to enter the credentials. I mean, your first name, last name, email address. Already, I have the email address. I have passed, and it's also asking about what mobile number that you have to enter. Okay, so when I click on next, here it will ask you your mobile number. See, this is the mobile number. Very simple. It's not a rocket science. Directly you can subscribe it. When I click on text me, I will get 6-digit OTP. Let me add it. Okay, see, here I am entering my details. So 469014. Yes, verify the code. Okay, see guys, already I have details. Okay, previously I have entered the details. So this is my credit card. Okay, just sign up. Okay, submit it. See, I am not eligible to create Azure account. Already I have used existing credit card. Okay, but in our case, 2 rupees would be debited and you have to enter that OTP again. Finally, you will get 14, 15,800 rupees. Okay, that we will call it as what? Free credits. What is that, guys? Free credits. Okay, yeah. So, any questions, any doubts? I will share with you the PPT. Already I have prepared. This is the one. Yeah, see, this is what Azure account. So you can start free. So total we have about you. Provide the mobile number, verification card, and agree terms and conditions. Okay, I said right. See, we got one ID. I have entered mobile number. So then you will get what? Verification code. I have entered. Same way, fourth step, you have to enter your credit card details. I did enter my SBI credit card details. Okay, done. Next, you will get you will be debited 2 rupees. Then you will get OTP again, right? That is general. Some amount got debited from your bank. Obviously, you are getting OTP, right? Same day. And you have to enter. Finally, agree terms and conditions. This is the one. Agree terms and conditions. See, this is my credit card ending with that. Identity verification by card. Okay, see what it is saying. Please enter valid credit card information so that we can verify your identity. You will not be charged unless you explicitly transfer to paid later. Okay, yeah. So this is about what? Overview of Microsoft Azure, how to subscribe for Azure Free Trial. Now here you will get 15,000 800. Okay, so this is the world PPT. Now initially they used to provide 13,300. Now they are increasing to 15,800 free credits. That can be used for what? 30 days. Okay, so this is about what? Overview of Microsoft Azure and the two certification papers. How we can go through that AZ104 and AZ400. Okay. Yeah, if you have any questions, queries, feel free and ask me. Any doubts? So once you subscribe for Azure free trial, okay, yeah, so you can go to portal.azure.com. This is the official URL. Okay, I am thinking portal.azure.com. Okay, portal.azure.com. Okay, portal.azure.com. This is the official URL. Okay, so using that, we can perform all Azure Cloud related operations. Okay, what is that? All Azure Cloud related operations. Now enter the credentials. What credentials you can enter? So whatever the credentials you have passed to subscribe for Azure free trial, same details you have to pass. Same username and the same password, guys. Okay, yeah. So I have entered my credentials. Enter the credentials. Outlook. Okay, yeah, next. Enter the password. I am entering password. Hit enter. Okay, yeah, next. See, you will get one verification code for your registered email ID. See, this is my registered email ID. You can add anything for verification. Yeah, send the code. You have to enter the code. So I am accessing my Gmail. Okay, yeah, next. This is about what? Azure portal. Okay, so as you said, when I click on notification, okay, see, I am having 6,432 rupees. So total we have 15,800. Out of them, I have consumed around remaining amount like 8,000 to create different types of services in Azure. So remaining amount it is showing 6,400, 304 rupees. Okay, that you can consume it for what? 30 days only, guys. Okay, yeah, so this is about what? Overview of Microsoft Azure, how to subscribe for Azure free trial, how to access the Azure portal. Okay, yeah, so tomorrow we will discuss about, we will go through that Azure portal, how we can process, okay, how we can create the services in Azure, that we will see next session. Okay, if you have any questions, feel free and ask me. If you have any confusion, if you have any queries related to content, related to class, and all, you can feel free and ask me.
Yeah, hi Abhay. Yeah. I have one question, but like out of course.
Yeah.
Uh, so, is it better to get into DevOps for like increment and or like Azure developer?
Okay. No, I shown you right. So Azure administrator
Yes.
and the DevOps engineer is the responsibility. Okay. First,
Okay.
Azure DevOps basic is Azure administration.
Hmm.
So once we
Mm.
have the knowledge about Azure administration, then we will go for automation. You need not to be a developer, guys. Okay, who are
Okay.
eligible? If you are the developer, yes, you are eligible to learn Azure DevOps. I am the administrator. Yes, I am the eligible to learn. What is that? Azure DevOps. Okay, so
Level.
just they are giving prerequisites. Apart from that, nothing.
Okay, sir. Got it.
Okay, so finally, what I am asking you is please remember this URL. Okay, azure.microsoft. Okay, azure.microsoft. Okay, yeah, next. So, as I said, right, if you want to know why should I go for Azure, why not AWS? Directly, Microsoft has provided that information. See, Azure versus AWS. This is the official site, guys. I said, right, azure.microsoft. Directly they have provided. See, in Azure, one service cost is 1 rupee. In AWS, 5 rupees. Why? Because I said, right, 50% of products, okay, are related to Microsoft Azure so that they can provide with cheaper cost with better services. Okay, see, directly they are giving. So why AWS is up to 5 times more expensive than Azure? Okay, so Windows Server, Azure, and SQL Server related to Microsoft product. So as their own product, they can sell them with cheaper cost by providing better service. Okay, see, achieve your business budget goals, pricing option to keep maximize and return cloud investment. Okay, advantage. Okay, choosing the Azure versus AWS. Clear. See, here in service, SQL Server cost is what? $13 in Azure, $200. Okay. Yeah. So this is about what? Difference between AWS and Azure. Yeah. So if you are coming to here, see Fortune 500 companies they are using Microsoft Azure. Okay, instead of AWS. Yeah. So this is about what? Overview of Microsoft Azure. Again, if you have any queries, feel free and ask me. In next session, I will show you. We will go through about Azure portal. Then we'll see about how to host one application. Okay, one virtual machine or one service. Any queries? Any doubt? Yeah. Thanks for your time. Tomorrow we'll connect back. Bye. Have a great day. Take care.